WVII News at Noon.
An Aroostook County man has been arrested on an attempted murder charge. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Details are coming up. Also, there was a high alert when a pilot requested an emergency landing at Bangor International Airport yesterday. We'll explain what happened. And the leader of Al Qaeda and one of the world's most wanted terrorists has allegedly been killed in the U.S. in a drone strike in Kabul. That story is coming up on With All the Rest. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, we've been hearing about rain. Let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Give it to us straight, Devin.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alright, we had some fog developing earlier this morning, and some of the visibility, especially according to this map, got pretty low in a few spots though. But things will look pretty good moving forward until the storms start to approach as we head towards the afternoon period. For now, we're watching some of that developing further off towards the north. Nothing on the lightning tracker at this point though, so we're just dealing with just rain showers at this point. We did have some storms offshore earlier this morning, and we saw some of that flashing there, at least with regards to things, but now all that's starting to track away. But our turn for showers and storms will really start to move in as our next system starts to approach from the west to the east later on today, and especially into the evening period as well before things start to calm down overnight. But moving forward though, by about 4 or 5 o'clock or so, we'll watch for showers and storms developing. Some of those may try to get on the stronger side with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail, but then clearing out quickly as we head towards the overnight period and the parts of tomorrow morning. The winds may get gusty in a few spots, though. Maybe some sustained winds trying to get up to around 5 to 10, maybe up to 15 miles per hour. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Not out of the question either. So your forecast for today, middle 80s, becoming more humid, increasing clouds, afternoon storms. South wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour or so. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few thunderstorms early, then becoming mostly clear with fog developing late. Now west wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, partly cloudy early, then storms arriving by about 5 o'clock or so. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. An Aroostook County man has been arrested on an attempted murder charge stemming from a shootout in Stockholm. Authorities were dispatched to 371 Main Street around 6 o'clock Sunday night for a report of gunshots. The caller reported a male had pointed a gun at them as he tried to steal a car and fired multiple rounds toward their home. When Aroostook County Sheriff's deputies arrived, 24-year-old Michael Barron was waiting in the driveway across the road and allegedly pointed the firearm toward authorities, resulting in Sergeant Nathan Chisholm shooting at Barron. Barron fled back inside the apartment uninjured during the altercation and barricaded himself on the second floor. That residence and surrounding areas were evacuated, prompting the Maine State Police tactical team to be deployed. At 9:42 p.m., Barron peacefully surrendered to law enforcement without any further incidents. He was arrested and taken to the Aroostook County Jail. At the time of this incident, Barron was also wanted for burglary and theft of firearms from an investigation in the St. John area. He's being held on charges of attempted murder, aggravated reckless conduct, burglary, and theft. Authorities say the incident is currently under investigation and more charges are pending. Old Town police were called to a residence after a woman allegedly threatened to harm her neighbor Monday morning. Deputy Chief Lee Miller says officers saw 61-year-old Leisha Green holding a knife in her hand while in her apartment. Green was transported to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor for a psychological evaluation. She's being charged with criminal mischief, harassment, disorderly conduct, and causing a police standoff. Firefighters were called to a woodland fire in Brewer shortly after 4 p.m. Monday. Brewer Fire Chief Eric Turtelot says that a neighbor reported the fire as the homeowner was not on the property at the time. He says 3 homes were in danger, but they were saved due to the quick action of his crew.
Units got on scene. They found an area about 100 by 50 on fire, and they quickly knocked it down.
Forest rangers are investigating the cause. Rockland police have made multiple arrests in connection to a vandalism at a local school. On July 13th, RSU 13 reported extensive damage to an outbuilding and the surrounding property at Oceanside High School in Rockland. Police say the damage included broken windows and derogatory graffiti, including swastikas and racial slurs. After several weeks of investigation, the Rockland Police Department has charged 2 juveniles, as well as 18-year-old Kylie Cochran and 19-year-old Justin Hurley. Each was charged with aggravated criminal mischief. The case is also being reviewed by the Maine Attorney General's office. They are charged with reviewing all cases related to potential civil rights violations, including those involving hate speech. The leader of al-Qaeda and one of the world's most wanted terrorists has been killed in a U.S. drone strike in Kabul. President Biden addressed the nation from the White House. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with more details.
This morning, Ayman al-Zawahiri, al-Qaeda's leader and a member of the FBI's most wanted list, has been killed in a precision U.S. airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan.
I authorized a precision strike that would remove him from the battlefield once and for all.
He's been hiding for more than 20 years, a senior administration official calling it a successful counterterrorism operation with no civilian casualties. The CIA briefing President Biden in April that Zawahiri was believed to be living in a safe house in this area, which he never left. Over the weekend, Biden authorizing the strike, firing 2 Hellfire missiles at al-Zawahiri as he stepped onto the balcony of the safe house.
Justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more. People around the world no longer need to fear the vicious and determined killer.
Experts say Hellfire missiles are extremely precise. They don't explode. Instead, the missiles are equipped with razor-like blades, which slices through a target.
So it will go through and essentially vaporize a human body, but somebody standing within feet of this person would not be injured at all.
Al-Zawahiri was second in command to Osama bin Laden at the time of the 9/11 terror attacks. He took over as the leader of al-Qaeda after U.S. forces killed bin Laden. He was found in a crowded section of Afghanistan's capital less than a year after U.S. forces pulled out of the country.
No matter how long it takes, no matter where you hide, if you are a threat to our people, the United States will find you and take you out.
And we're learning the strike happened in a wealthy part of Kabul, just walking distance from the U.S. Embassy.
A call from help came from a jet landing at the Bangor International Airport. Landing gear problems forced the plane to make an emergency landing at the international airport Monday morning. The aircraft had an issue with the front gear. The confirmation light wasn't indicating it was down. It happened right after 11 o'clock. Emergency crews were standing by as the plane was over the Penobscot River on final approach. The light went green and the plane landed safely. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Congresswoman Shelley Pingree is asking President Biden to extend the moratorium on student loan repayments. That's coming up. We'll be right back.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403 or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by R&B's Home Source, Madison, with name brand appliances, furniture, and bedding for every room in your home, camp, or cottage. Shelley's Toy Box on 66 Water Street, Skowhegan has all of your kids' playthings. Shop local, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 4. The Bankery and Skowhegan Floriste is an artisan bakery, cake shop, and florist. We invite you in to treat yourself to a bite to eat and flowers for a smile.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Congresswoman Shelley Pingree, along with other members of Congress, are asking President Biden to extend the moratorium on student loan repayments. Pingree says several House Democrats in Washington, D.C. are calling on President Biden and U.S. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona to extend the pause, which is set to expire on August 31st. She says with inflation, the Russian-Ukraine war, and another possible surge in COVID, now is not the time for a repayment burden on Americans.
For a lot of us, we think there should be more reform with the student loan program. But at this moment in time, we just don't want people to be forced back in on August 31st. The timing just does not seem right.
Pingree says interest rates are also too high on private and federally borrowed student loans. She is co-sponsoring a bill called the 0% Student Loan Refinancing Act, which would allow Americans to refinance their loans at an interest rate of 0% until December 31st, 2024. There is no set date for a vote on that bill. With Tuesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Growth in manufacturing hit its lowest point in 2 years in July. That's according to the Institute for Supply Management. The Department of Justice is suing to stop a merger in the publishing industry. The government has decided Penguin Random House can't buy Simon & Schuster because the Fed asserts it would cut competition and lead to higher prices. PepsiCo is putting $500 million into the company behind the Celsius energy drink. 2 years ago, PepsiCo paid nearly $4 billion to buy Rockstar Energy. And the Wall Street Journal says beauty company Estee Lauder is in talks to buy fashion brand Tom Ford. The deal would be worth more than $3 billion. I'm Leo Jonathan with Tuesday's Business on ABC 7.
A downward trend in gas prices continues as gas prices dropped another 7 cents a gallon over the last week. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price is $4.56 a gallon. That's almost 40 cents a gallon lower than a month ago, but still $1.46 a gallon higher than just a year ago. Coming up, the town of Stonington is having some water problems, and when we return, we'll take a look at what they're doing about it. We'll be right back.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Everyone needs a place to call home, somewhere where they can feel comfortable and be themselves. Finding that home is not always easy. Let RE/MAX at Home take the stress out of it for you. We take a personal approach and try to put ourselves in our clients' shoes and envision them in a home with their friends and their family. Communication, transparency, honesty, and integrity are what we value when interacting with our clients. We like to simplify the process and make it hassle-free. RE/MAX. Don't worry, we've done this a million times.
Incubus. Live. August 7th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. One incredible night with Incubus. With special guests, Sublime with Rome and the Aqua Dolls. Incubus, on sale now. Buy tickets at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Part of the Varney Insurance Concert Series.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op is a small group of independent Maine fishermen who want to make sure you get the freshest lobsters we can provide. To do that, we sell direct to the public to avoid long storage times and inflated prices. Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op, from our boats to your door.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
The Maine CDC is confirming a case of monkeypox in Penobscot County. It's the second case in the state of Maine. The first was in York County on July 22nd. In a social media post, CDC Director Dr. Nirav Shah said the person in Penobscot County is a male, but no further information is being released to protect the person's privacy. The CDC is working to identify any others who may have been exposed and will make vaccinations available to any close contacts. There are a number of symptoms for monkeypox, including fever and rash. The CDC says the best tips are to avoid skin-to-skin contact with people who have a rash, do not share eating utensils or plates with someone who has it, and to wash your hands often with soap and water. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has given $10 million taxpayer dollars to a multi-state project seeking to create a rare center of excellence to vector-borne diseases. The University of Maine has joined other New England states for this unique project to reduce the spread of arthropod-transmitted diseases. These diseases are commonly spread by ticks, mosquitoes, and other blood-sucking arthropods. Arthropods are defined as a phylum of invertebrate animals such as insects, arachnids, crustaceans that have a segmented body and jointed appendages. UMaine will receive around $700,000 in grant funds from the CDC over the next 5 years.
This is the first collaborative research effort that draws in all 6 of the New England states. And I think we've all seen as a result of the COVID pandemic that pathogens really do not respect any sort of border.
She says the project to form the New England Center of Excellence in Vector-Borne Diseases will build a community to work on these potentially serious illnesses. If you've been told you have prediabetes, a recent study finds that you might not be out of the woods just yet. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Prediabetes is a state in which your blood sugars are higher than normal but do not meet the full criteria for diabetes. Having the diagnosis of diabetes increases a person's risk for heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. Researchers at Rutgers recently found that having prediabetes can increase a person's chances of heart disease. The study said that patients with prediabetes are at a 25% higher risk of having a heart attack. They also were nearly double the risk of needing cardiac bypass surgery compared to patients without prediabetes. Talk to your healthcare provider if you think you may have high blood sugars. If you've been told you have prediabetes, it's not too late. You can improve your condition by pursuing a healthy diet and exercise. Talk to your healthcare provider for more details. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
Warm weather and an increase in tourism is forcing Stonington to ask nearby towns for extra water. Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
With the continued dry conditions and number of people visiting Stonington, the town is buying thousands of gallons of water to maintain its supply. This comes after the town purchased 64,000 gallons of water, with the expectation that more is going to be bought as the summer gets hotter.
With, the high usage that we face in July and August, and the drought conditions that we seem to be experiencing more from climate change, we've just had to undertake, hauling in water, drinking water.
The same issue forced the town last year to bring in more than 400,000 gallons of water, and there is uncertainty about how many more times additional water will be needed. Meanwhile, the demand is dire. Luckily, homes and businesses in the area have not been impacted so far, but Billings is trying to find alternatives to save them money.
I am trying to find out if there's any, FEMA funds or something that could offset it to save, the ratepayers and taxpayers. But, at this moment, it's business as usual.
As the temperatures only get hotter, Billings suggests a few tips on how people can help conserve water.
Maybe we've been putting out some, things in brochures into their water bills about, changing out toilets, taking quicker showers, some of the low-hanging fruit things, because it all does help.
Reporting from Stonington, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC7. Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
At Central Maine Denture, licensed denturist Patrick Allen has been creating smiles with private care and premium service for many years and is now serving patients in Eastern Maine at his new Bangor office. Central Maine Denture provides full, partial, immediate, hybrid, and implant dentures, as well as repairs, relines, and rebases. Patrick Allen makes all of the dentures in-house from start to finish, and the quality shows in his patients' happy smiles. Now you can reclaim your smile at Central Maine Denture.
Ace Roofing, proudly serving the Central Maine area. Book now before snowy weather. Call 207-949-6694 for superior quality, service, and workmanship. Ace Roofing.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
It's August, and that means many of us are ready to hit the road for one last hurrah before summer is over. And with August being National Catfish Month, there couldn't be a better time to celebrate this farm-to-table favorite. No matter where your travels take you, if you're lucky enough to find U.S. farm-raised catfish on the menu, give it a try. Whether it's fried, baked, or sautéed, I promise you won't be disappointed. And for those of us who are planning a family reunion, backyard get-together, or a staycation, why not whip up a traditional Southern-style fish fry for a welcome change of pace? Or do what I'm doing, pan-sear some farm-raised catfish until it's golden on the outside and buttery delicious on the inside, and serve it over some cheesy grits. One taste, and you're going to want to serve this Southern-inspired classic all year long. To get the recipe for our pan-seared catfish and grits, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where all this month we're celebrating a truly all-American way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is running its first ever campaign against speeding. According to the NHTSA, more than 11,000 people were killed in speeding-related crashes in the United States in 2020. In an effort to avoid more accidents, the administration has teamed up with law enforcement to crack down on speeding. In addition to efforts by law enforcement, for the next 2 weeks, a series of ad campaigns will remind drivers life will be waiting when you arrive. Fort Knox hosted an overnight troop of ghost hunters on Friday night. Our Emma Smith tagged along to take a look.
As the sun set over the Penobscot River, a tour was just beginning. The organization Ghost Hunts USA hosted the event, which provided guests the opportunity to search for evidence of the paranormal within Fort Knox. It's a little past 11 p.m. here at Fort Knox, where I am accompanied with the organization Ghost Hunts USA and guests who are trying to catch evidence of the paranormal using special technology. Guests were instructed on the latest technology used by paranormal investigators to find evidence. Equipment like EMF readers, spirit boxes, motion sensor light devices, and more up for grabs. Staff member Drew Babineau explained that some of the sensors guests used can recognize movement through antennas intended to read certain frequencies and electromagnetic fields. He also explained that spirits are able to manipulate these sensors. Babineau detailed previous experiences at the fort that he was most excited about.
There was myself over actually in Longstep Valley, and then we had another stop that was actually down in B-Batter, so two opposite sides of the fort. We actually heard cannons going off. B-Batter, we were doing phasma box sessions in there, and they were hearing French. It was speaking French, and we've never heard it speak French before. It always speaks English.
Do that again. There you go.
You're almost there.
You just said pardon.
Good job.
Can you turn that flashlight back on for us? Thank you.
Ghost Hunts USA is hosting more ghost hunts at Fort Knox and other locations this month and next. To learn more, head to foxbangor.com. For ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Emma Smith.
Maine's biggest Lobster Festival returns this week for its 75th year in Rockland. The annual Seafood Festival starts on Wednesday at Rockland's Harbor Park and runs through Sunday. The festival has brought in people from all over the world since 1947. There will be a seafood cooking contest, the International Crate Race, the coronation of the Maine seafood goddess, and along with endless food options, including 20,000 pounds of lobster. Admission is free this year. For a full list of all the events, vendors, special sessions, and ways to become the 1,300 volunteers that make the Seafood Festival cook, visit their website, mainelobsterfestival.com. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. It was cloudy most of the morning. What's next, Devin?
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, looking pretty decent out there. We had some fog developing earlier this morning. It wasn't as widespread as we were fearing, so that's a good news. And a lot of this fog going away now thanks to the sunshine we have seen out there. We're going to be watching for clouds on the increase today ahead of our next system. We had some storms offshore earlier this morning as well. Those are moving away. And now just a few showers. The lighting tracker is on and nothing's developing with that at this point, though. Further off towards the south and west, watching for showers and storms that'll be moving in along this cold front later on to the afternoon and evening time frame, though. Then later overnight, things will begin to calm down as high pressure begins to move in. And tomorrow, things will begin to look pretty good. But moving forward, though, our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be above that today in the middle 80s, and also for tomorrow, lower 90s Thursday, then lower to middle 80s by Friday and a Saturday, upper 80s by Sunday. Back down to the lower 80s as we head towards your Monday. And unfortunately, that does also mean it becomes more humid out there as well. Dew points will only fall as we head towards Wednesday, but otherwise today and even Thursday and beyond, though, seeing dew points in the 60s and even 70s. So it's definitely going to feel like summer around here with dew points that'll be up for the foreseeable future. UV next forecast for today will be held down a little bit. We'll only be at a 6. Still high, which is a bird time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward, though, again, watching for showers and storms that will be approaching by about 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Some of those may pack a punch with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail, but quickly clearing out overnight, though. Maybe some torrential downpours with those storms as well. But as we clear out overnight, maybe a little bit of fog trying to develop. Then a lot of sunshine on the way for the daytime tomorrow, so things will begin to calm down in a big hurry, especially as we head towards Wednesday as high pressure moves through. The more active weather starts to set up shop as we head towards early Thursday morning with more fog that will be on the way. Marginal risk for some of those storms to turn strong to severe in a few spots. So again, gusty winds and hail mainly farther off towards the north, but getting pretty close to Bangor, so we'll make sure to keep an eye on that. So a forecast for today, middle 80s, increasing clouds, some afternoon storms late with that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few thunderstorms, then becoming mostly clear with some fog developing late with that west wind backing off to about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Lots of sunshine on Wednesday. Highs in the mid 80s, lower 90s on Thursday, partly cloudy. More storms Friday and Saturday. Highs in the lower to middle 80s.
I know we need rain, but I'm not so excited about thunderstorms. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.